I want to be a doctor. Great, that's terrific. My colleagues and I hear that frequently. From junior high students, high school students, pre-medical students, many who are interested in joining us in this wonderful profession of medicine, who want to help people and make a difference. But do you know what that journey to wearing a white coat is actually all about? You might even be thinking, wow, I've heard it's fun. It is. Exciting. It is. But have you heard that it's also tough? I'm Dr. Chad Brands with Mentoring Docs, and it's great to be with you. Let's talk today about how to decide if medicine might really be for you before you get further down that winding pathway of the next steps into considering medicine and medical school, whether you will ultimately decide to pursue a medical career or another career. Do I really have what it takes to become a doctor, you wonder? Over the many years of education and training, and especially ahead, more experience required, expertise to build, multiple years more after medical school. Many times it's 4 to 7 years more to get to that final desired specialty where you wish to practice. Let's say you're at the plate. You're going to take a crack with the bat at these pitch questions, and many strike out along the way. The best batters in baseball hit about 300. That's 30%. So better to know up front at the beginning of this game what we're up against. Here's the first pitch. What will I think and feel when I cannot get to all those family, friend events because I have to study so frequently in these chapters of life, so intensely, in time-consuming ways, a lot to master, a lot of knowledge to gain, tremendous amounts of time spent away from family, friends, and fun. Delayed gratification, it's real. Once you get there and get to enjoy it, will you then be able to sustain that joy and fulfillment for 20 to 30 years after you arrive as a specialist? Joy along the journey and not burning out. The burnout stats are high. We cannot protect you from all of those. They represent real colleagues, professionals, people. It's concerning right now in many of the specialties of medicine. No easy solutions. Most agree that life is better to be enjoyed all the way along the way, not just at the end of the destination. Joy in the journey, we say. Better to enjoy professional and personal and family life along the way over those 30 to 40 to 50 years of your career. But many colleagues are burning out, flaming out along the way, sadly. And it's often not their lack of perseverance or endurance. Healthcare has changed dramatically in the 21st century, and some experts believe that it might never be the same, and particularly after the last several years of what some have called a crisis. The fields of medicine and surgery in today's world of healthcare are now even more challenging to sustain. And they're not just for everyone, which is why you're watching this video thinking about whether or not you want to do medicine, comparing, contrasting to other options. It's not the stuff of Hollywood doctor dramas, as you see on your favorite streaming shows about medicine with all the glitz and glamour. It's not that at all. Here comes the next pitch. The commentator predicts a fastball curve moving up inside towards you, the batter. Can I deny myself good things and sacrifice to serve others? This pitch might leave you spinning out of the batter's box, stepping back, maybe even falling back away, not expecting that high, in towards the helmet, up pitch. Why might you be caught off balance on this one? Medicine's working with people. Complicated, doctors doing good, dedicated to greatness, from birth to death, end-of-life care. However, healthcare has become super complicated, working in teams. And just in our recent lifetimes, we've seen healthcare morph into 20% of the domestic product as a gigantuan business. Doctors don't own their group practices generally any longer. They were sold years ago. Now physicians are viewed as workers in this system, employed. Therefore, you're going to need to recognize that there's much less autonomy for your own professional life and team, even for your family. Doctors are managed in large employed multi-specialty groups, not usually running their own practices in the communities where they've lived, worked, and played previously. Remember, you're going to have to give up much in your own life to serve others by being available to meet these real, urgent, and emergent needs of your patients above your own. Lunches, dinners, soccer matches, ballet performances, that early investment portfolio for your retirement. Those are not likely options while you're paying off your loans and being on call, taking call, keeping in mind there are many fields where you can be professionally fulfilled, make a great salary, and work 9 to 4. Be there for all of your current or future golf tournaments, your future kids' soccer matches, and all of those wonderful family events. Not likely in medicine. People don't get ill at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. It's often at 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, and you're running into the hospital to be on call.
If anyone ever said a doctor was tireless, it was not the doctor. He tires. The eyes so slow to focus.
Here comes another pitch. You're expecting a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Keep your eyes focused on this pitch. You could swing, miss, or you might get a solid base hit, a power stroke off the back wall of the park, driving in a run. It depends on you. Here it comes. Am I dedicated to continuous lifelong learning. Do I possess that characteristic? Ask yourself, do I really have the unquenchable fire within? That sense of curiosity that drives you to know more and to know why, to really understand. For instance, what is prostate cancer? Why is it so difficult to detect? Why are the tests so inaccurate and imprecise? Why is this disease so hard to treat? So medicine's a vast subject, and you need to read constantly to be an excellent physician, applying that knowledge that you're continually learning in the lives of your patients. It's a field of applied knowledge, and that's where there's also testing, lifelong testing. You have to be an excellent test taker, proving that you have the knowledge and skills to care for your patients who need life and death decision-making at the bedside. Therefore, you're going to have to prove it to the societies and the licensing agencies that you really know medicine. I just heard from a few of my mentees taking their final steps, or so they thought, on their educational journeys with capstone exams. And wow, they were saying after years of studying, maybe a lifetime, how difficult those exams were that we had coached them up to that bar. But we couldn't take the exams for them, right? They had to do that individually. And they were noting that after years of study, how tough these tests remain. And that's going to be true for the rest of your lives. So you need to maintain certification in specialties and know a lot about how medicine's changing. New technologies, advances, medicines, all kinds of new medicines, thousands. Last pitch. Stay in the batter's box for this one. Don't step out. You're expecting another fastball, maybe low and away this time, right outside the strike zone. This pitch might just be tough to reach with the bat, and you're going to have to reach deep from within. Am I an outstanding student? Especially as reflected in those tough life science courses that you've taken. And that's as measured by your GPA, your real individual stats. You've got to be great as a student now and for life. A high-achieving student demonstrating a tremendous capacity to learn in the complex fields of medicine and surgery and all the other 300-ish specialties now available to you. What did your life science course GPA show in high school? What does it show in college? How are you doing in those early science courses sequenced in the first 2 semesters of college? Biology, chemistry, microbiology, anatomy, fundamental courses that will prepare you for the arduous work of med school. The metrics are the grades and the GPA. Those are your stats, and they need to be strong to get into med school. That's just the way it is. The admissions committees will expect that you and your competitors have sky-high GPA metrics. In addition to those wonderful activities in scholarship and leadership that show that you're demonstrating you have what it takes for the rigorous field of studying and practicing medicine. You're doing well, but you'd like to do better. So that's the first step, recognizing what you are and where you're going and motivated to do better. A better batter, taking your best swing in the batter's box, swinging smooth, doing well, getting on base, scoring runs, improving your individual performance, including that GPA. Better practice is going to lead to better stats. And if you'd like to do better, then let's get some additional batting practice in. Reach out for coaching early. Let's get you out of that slump before you're hitting at the plate and the stats and on-base percentages really show a slide. I'd be glad to help you as a coach. Make the most of your opportunities to improve individually. I've given you some thoughts and perspectives for how to think about approaching the medical field and to see if it might be right for you. You can join us in this exciting field. These insights are going to help you in your decision-making about your career options. There are many, as you consider potentially becoming a physician. So subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Share these videos with your friends and classmates. Promote those discussions. Wow, you took those pitches well. Got on base with a good base hit. Be sure to keep playing well, hitting those pitches as they come into the batter's box. Stay focused with that smooth swing as you take on those fast, rapid-fire questions that are being pitched towards you. And on behalf of Mentoring Docs, swing well, stay well, study well.